Why am I being recorded? Why am I being arrested?
Is your place still unlocked?
You said what?
Is your door unlocked?
We don't want to break the door down.
Can't do any of that. So, look, we will give you that information as soon as possible. I promise you that, okay? Somebody will give you that information. I don't have it. This is okay, but I assume this is not legal.
Okay, it is legal. You have an arrest warrant and search warrant, sir.
Then tell me what it is for.
I don't know. I'm just.
This is not legal. I mean, you're being arrested by I don't know how many officers just showed up to get you. What is it, about 10, 15? And despite the fact that they haven't told you for what yet, the fact that a liberal's response to this is always that it's not legal, it's unconstitutional, what you're doing is against the law. I just find it amazing. Whenever accountability comes knocking, all of a sudden the accountability portion is not legal, but the crime that you committed, that was okay. So I know some of you are saying, well, what is the crime he committed? What did this liberal lunatic do, TD? Well, let me inform you on what he did. Look at this here. All right. So the headline reads, Judge revokes probation, sends capital graffiti suspect to prison for 5 years. Well, why is he going to prison for 5 years? What actually happened? Well, here's what happened. The man accused of spray painting anti-ice graffiti at the Capitol will spend the next 5 years in prison. Looks like somebody drunk the MSNBC Joy Reid flavored Kool-Aid, and now he's going to prison for 5 years. On Wednesday, Shelby Lang Smith was sentenced to 5 years in prison for violation of probation. But why was he originally on probation? Well, this is why. Smith, a registered SEX offender, had violated the terms of his probation for his 2022 convictions of soliciting SEXUAL conduct with a minor by use of technology. I find it interesting how these liberal lunatics love running around here saying that Trump is a PDF file. You know what I mean? They scream he's a PDF file over and over and over again. They scream Epstein, 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 Epstein. But when you look behind the curtain and start to get a little bit more information on who these people are that are screaming Epstein and are screaming PDF files, oddly enough, or interestingly enough, they are the person that they're claiming to be against. And that's what you see here, an actual PDF file, right? Who was a registered SEX offender, who I'm sure is running around here screaming Epstein, 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 Epstein. Meanwhile, he's somebody who would have loved to go to Epstein Island because he's a creep. But I digress. Let's carry on. Court records indicate he failed to abstain from accessing the internet and had also failed to abstain from substance use. A Cleveland County judge revoked his suspended sentence from the 2022 case. He should have never been on probation to begin with, honestly. In late January, Smith was arrested by OHP. He was accused of vandalizing the state capitol by spray painting anti-ICE sentiments on it. He's facing 10 counts of malicious destruction of property and 3 counts of threatening an act of violence after a joint investigation looked into several other incidents of public property being vandalized, including the Civic Center and OKC Municipal Court. This guy is a lunatic and an idiot. So now, on top of the fact that he's going to do an extra 5 years in prison because he is an SEX offender who pursues minors, don't let that go over your head because we're going to come back to that. On top of that, if you take the counts that we read here into consideration, because I looked it up prior to doing the video, he's looking at an additional 50 years in prison max. Okay, an additional 50 years max in prison. Now, do I think he's going to get all 50? I highly doubt it. I'm pretty sure he'll take plea deals and bargains and things of that nature to bring that all the way down. But just the fact that that's even on the table just goes to show how brainless that you are. Why? Because you thought that you were freedom fighting, and you thought you were freedom fighting by being an anti-ICE lunatic, spraying F-ICE all over like the Capitol building in Oklahoma. That's what you thought you were doing. That's how you thought you were freedom fighting. And once again, let's come back to why he's even getting ready to serve the first 5 year sentence that we talked about. Isn't it amazing how these people, liberal lunatics, are always projecting. They'll scream Epstein all day and put all type of PDF nonsense on Trump all day. But when you look at their best and their brightest, they're the ones that they're actually talking about. They're always talking about themselves. And this, ladies and gentlemen, yes, is their best and brightest that they presented to us here. An actual PDF file who engages in all of the foolishness that Epstein enjoyed, while at the same time, this lunatic is screaming Epstein, 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 while spray painting F ICE on court buildings and on federal property. You can't make this stuff up, man. I mean, how brainless do you have to be?